What's up, Brian? All right. Nobody's here yet. Welcome to the game tonight. We are here in Lake Forest at the Lake Forest College Alumni Memorial Ice Arena as the Lady Wildcats take the ice for their second game of the season. Since it's a weeknight game, we are shorthanded a little bit tonight, although it looks like most of the team is here. Tonight we'll be missing Claudia Nord, who may or may not show up for the last period. She had another school function that she was attending and was unable to make it to this. And we are also without Zoe Kramer. Otherwise, I believe everybody's here, which is a good sign for a Thursday night, 9 o'clock game, all the way up in Lake Forest. Tonight we play the Scouts from Lake Forest High School. They are currently 0-2 in the standings, having lost to Fenwick and to Maine Grizzlies, who we will see both those teams in our upcoming schedule. Currently, the Wildcats are 0-1, having lost to New Trier, one of the better teams in the league. So tonight should be an interesting matchup. Usually we play pretty well against Lake Forest. Our next game will be this Sunday night. We're back at home, Robert Crown, where we'll be playing a new team that's in our league this year, Lincoln Way. I live on Lincolnwood, so sorry for the confusion there. Anyway, after that game on Sunday, we go through about a 3-week stretch where we have no more games. So when we hit November, end of October, we're going to have quite a few. Back-to-back, couple of weekday back-to-backs, as well as most Sunday nights. 2 minutes left to go here in the warm-ups. Active for this game tonight is Molly O'Hara. If you remember, was a healthy scratch for last game just because we weren't able to get her on the official roster. But she has been officially rostered and able to play tonight. About a minute 20 to go here in the warm-ups for the puck drops for the official start. Oh, we are also missing Isabel Graysick tonight. So those three players we definitely missed. As a deeper bench is always a good thing to have in these games. About 20 seconds left and buzzer will sound. The teams will head back to their benches. A few words of wisdom from their coaches and we'll be underway. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Lake Forest High School plays all of their home games in the Lake Forest College ice arena. As usual, each period is 13 minutes. You notice there's a big white netting right in front of me, and I know that'll affect the view of the game. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do. All right, we are about underway here. Out on the ice for the first shift tonight, we have Jillian Young at center, Isabel Brown on right wing, and looks like Claire Koniger over on left wing. Back on defense, we have Isabel Peterson and Bryn Claire. And we're underway. Young with the puck across the red line, gets it up to Brown. Brown dumps it in. Puck goes deep, but scouts are there to recover. Oh, missed there. She skates back in control of it, passes it around the boards. Intercepted by the kids with a hard hit there, hard collision. Everybody appears to be okay, just a little shaken up. Jillian Young fighting for it in the corner. Claire Koniger there to help her. Centering pass to Claire. Swallowed up by the goalie. 12:23 left to play in the first. Gets off to a strong start. Let's see if I can adjust this just a little bit. Young stays out on the ice with Brown and Koniger. Peterson and Claire still back out on defense. Scouts come up with the puck along the near side. Moving it into the kids' zone. Good stop there by our defenseman. Pass to the blue line, shot stopped by Brownlee. Scouts center the pass, broken up by Koniger. Let a quick shot off, it just goes wide of the net. Now the kids have it. Young moving it up across the blue line. Taken away by the Scouts. Now the Scouts send a deep pass, but broken up nicely by Claire. Claire dumps it back in for a line change. Now Angel, Pleiter, and Koplo back out on the ice on offense, and we have Molly O'Hara and Grace Crow on offense or on defense. Scouts move it around, centering pass, unable to get the shot off. Scouts player skates it around, looking for an opening. Tries to center off, but just off a Koplo, and gets out of the zone. Scouts player dumps it back, and his Lake Forest team gets it all the way back deep in the Wildcat zone, skates around, shot, saved by Brownlee. Then saved by the whistle. 11 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the first period. Pleiter takes the face off, goes wide to the Scouts player. Pleiter comes back with the puck, loses it in her skate. The Scouts player does get a quick shot off, but unable to get to the net. Koplo fighting for it. Tries to get it over the blue line, but unable to clear it. Now fighting for it back there is O'Hara. Pleiter comes up with it. She's skating around the corner, loses an edge. And Lake Forest comes back up with the puck. Skating in the far corner. Shot, their soft shot. Easily stopped by Brownlee. Well, those can be a little scary sometimes. 10:34 to play in the first. Line change here, offensive line change here for the Wildcats. We have Weber Koski and Spite back out on offense. Grace Crow almost takes that one away. Scouts recover, send it back to the blue line. They try to get it in deep. Broken up by Crow. Crow tries to get it out, unable to get past the Scouts player. Now O'Hara has it. She tries to get it out. She does with a little bit of help from Weber. But Lake Forest gains control again and skates it in deep. Broken up there nicely by O'Hara. Unable to get it out of the zone. Scouts player shoots from the deep end, or from the blue line, and sends it deep. Weber on the far boards, looking to handle it. She tries to get a centering pass. It does clear the zone, so the Lake Forest will have to reset. And Scouts come back in. They skated around, waiting for their line change to come, but broken away by Spite. Gets it over to Weber. Weber bounces it off of her, almost gets control of it, but the Scouts player comes up with it. Hard shot there, but saved by Brownlee. As they struggle for the puck, it does clear the zone, so now the Scouts will have to reset. Wildcats on the back foot here in the first period. 9:25 to play. Here come the Scouts. Hard shot there. Blocker saved by Brownlee. Scouts have control of it in the near corner. Young takes it away and now skates it up quickly. Tries to get it around two players. She does. Gets it all the way deep, waiting for help. Scouts player knocks that one away. Now Lake Forest brings it back up the other way. We have Brown and Koniger back out on the ice on offense. And Claire and Peterson back out on defense. I'm sorry, that's Annabelle Conaway. They had that same issue last game, and hopefully we'll correct that in the up and coming games. 8:46 to play in the first. Young at faceoff. Angled up there, looking to get it away. Scouts player comes off a quick shot that just goes wide. Now Claire fighting for it in the corner. Lake Forest has it. Centering pass. That one doesn't get through traffic. Now Claire with the puck behind the net. Sends it wide. Nobody there to take it. Now a hard shot there. Just goes over the top of the net and off the glass. Out of the zone and all the way back down to the Lake Forest zone. Not icing, of course, because that was a Lake Forest player's shot. As they move it up, Fighter was there to stop that one, but Lake Forest comes in quick. Peterson's back out on the ice with Conaway on defense. Centering pass there, broken up by Brownlee. Scouts player has it again. Centering pass, nobody home. Peterson fighting for it on the far side. She has it, dumps it back behind the net. Flighter with it. She tries to move it out to Brown. Brown almost gets it out, but stopped by the Lake Forest player. Now Lake Forest moves, shot, hard shot just off of Brownlee's helmet. Now Lake Forest battling for it in the corner. Soft shot there just on the side of the net. 7:35 to play. As Lake Forest moves it over on the far corner. Back behind the Wildcats net. Centering pass. Hard shot saved by Brownlee, and then it's the rebound shot goes in. After one initial great save, unable to gain control of the puck, and the Scouts player was there to stuff it in. Lake Forest takes an early 1-0 lead with 7:25 to play in the first. We have Peterson and Crow back on defense, Koplo, Kleider, and Angel out on offense. Kleider working at the draws, goes back to Crow. Crow has it. She tries to get it past the Lake Forest player, but unable to do so. Still battling in the corner. That centering pass broken up by Kleider. Now Kleider moves up with the puck, skating quickly. One Lake Forest player to beat. Into the corner, looking for the centering pass. Nobody there. She skates it around, sends it back to Crow. Crow unable to hang on to it. Now Peterson chases it down as it drifts all the way to Brownlee. Brownlee wisely knocks it back out of the zone, up to Koplo. Koplo back to Peterson, and Peterson sends it all the way deep. But that's not icing. Broken up on the far side by Angel. Centering pass there, no good by Koski. Now Angel with the puck again, centers it, but nobody's there. Scouts come away with the puck, back out of their own zone, into the Wildcats zone. Centering pass there, gets through traffic, just over the top, hits the crossbar and out of play. 6:14 to play in the first. Line change here for both teams. We have Claire and O'Hara out on defense, and Weber, Koski, and Spike on offense. Lake Forest wins the battle again at the puck drop. Wildcats clear it all the way out of their own zone. That'll be icing. We'll come all the way back down. 6:01 to play in the first. Koski battling for it, unable to get control of it. Now it comes back to the blue line. Scouts dump it deep behind the net. Players there, centering pass, nobody available. Scouts skated in deep. Quick shot there, just on Leela's right side. Another goal for the Lake Forest Scouts. That was a good shot. Two to 0 here in the first period in favor of the Scouts. We have Young, Brown, and Koniger back out on offense, with O'Hara and Claire back on defense. O'Hara gets the puck, tries to send it over to Claire. She does. Claire sends it out, but intercepted by one of the Lake Forest players. Lake Forest looks to reset. They bring it in, broken up briefly by Claire. Recovered by Young. Young tries to move it around the boards, unable to get it just out of the zone. Missed there by Claire. Now O'Hara tries to move it out. She does. Finally, Koniger gets it out, and Lake Forest has to reset. They bring it in, battling here on the near side is Brown. They move it in, but O'Hara's there to intercept it. 1 second. Sorry, that was my daughter, Claudia Nord, asking if there was enough time for her to make it to play. So, back to the game. Scouts have it. They move it in deep. O'Hara and Claire back on defense. Claire chases it down. Just loses control of it. 4 minutes left to play in the first period. Claire dumps it wide. Chased down by one of the Scouts players, but broken up by Young. Young does get it out, so now the Scouts will have to reset. Koniger battling on the far boards. We have Peterson back out on the ice with O'Hara on defense. Young chasing that one. Scouts dump it all the way deep. 3:38 to play. O'Hara chips it up on the near side boards. Scouts move it back behind the Wildcats net. Move it back across the other way. Centering pass, just in the air, so unable to make contact with the stick. Now Angel chasing it down on the far side. But the Scouts get there first as they look to bring it back. We have Conaway and Crow back on defense. Scouts play moves through, broken up by Crow nicely. They look to move it out. Crow battling for it with Pleiter. Pleiter brings it up. Nice move around the Scouts player. Across the blue line. Just broken up by the Lake Forest player, but kept in by Koplo. 3 Wildcats down there and only 1 Scouts player, but the Scouts player has it. We're going to get a Penalty, it looks like. Or maybe it was an injury. We have a Scouts player who was down back here. That's a smart call. Stoppage of play when somebody's injured. 2:44 to go in the first. No penalty. Everybody looks to be okay. We have Koplo, Kleider, and Angel out on offense with Conaway and Crow on defense. Wildcats win the draw. Shot there by Conaway. Doesn't make it through. Now here come the Scouts. They move it up the ice. Conaway and Crow back on defense. Hard shot there. Saved by Brownlee. Reset here for the Wildcats with 2:29 to play in the first. We have Koski out on offense, taking the centering duties. Conaway grabs it, sends it up to Spite. But the Lake Forest player attacks and is able to regain control of the puck. Koski and Conaway. Crow over on the far side with Weber. Weber back out on the ice. And here come the Scouts centering pass. That one doesn't make it through. Weber chases it down, but the Scouts player dumps it deep. 2 minutes to go. Takeaway there by Crow. Scouts chip it back in. Centering pass broken up there by Spite. From the blue line to the near side centering pass through traffic. Off of the blocker of Brownlee. Here comes Weber. Weber's got it. She's moving. She's got Spite with her. They get it into the zone, but just outraced by the Lake Forest player. 1:29 to go. On the far side, the Lake Forest has it. Moves it up the board, broken up there by Weber. Weber moves it towards center, but nobody there. Now the Scouts chip it back in. And they get it deep. Centering pass, or hard shot there. Saved by Brownlee, and another soft shot that Brownlee wisely smothers. 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the first period here. Young back out on centering with Koniger and Brown. Koniger chips it out. Doesn't clear the zone. Now it does. And Lake Forest regains control. Moves it to the near side. Chip pass there. Hard shot just off of Peterson. Unable to get it out of the zone. And we have Claire with the puck. She moves it around one player. She's a fast skater when she gets going. Here she comes. Soft shot there, broken up by the Scouts. She moves, chases it down. Hard shot there. Oh, puck still loose. Koniger shooting. No goal. Scrambling around the net were 3 Wildcat players, and none of them able to get that puck in to the back of the net. 26 seconds left to go in the first. Brown, Young, and Koniger on offense. Peterson and O'Hara back on defense. Scouts win the draw. Lake Forest moves it. Broken up there almost by Brown. Young retains it. We have 17 seconds left. Young moves it up. Unable to keep control of it though. But Brown knocks it back into the Wildcat or to the Lake Forest zone. 6 seconds left. And Brown does a good job of breaking that one up, so that'll be the end of the first period here. A couple of great shots by the, or at least one good shot by the Lady Scouts for their second goal. The first goal was a bit of a dirty goal, garbage goal, however you want to call it, just a soft rebound that Brownlee was unable to control. All in all, not a horrible period for the Wildcats. So scores 2-0 in favor of the Lake Forest Scouts. Starting off this second period, we have Angel, Weber, and Kleider out on offense. Sorry, that's Copwell. Angel fighting for it. Marin with a hard move there towards the board. Stretch pass there by Conaway, or Peterson, excuse me. Peterson there, or Conaway breaks that one up. The Scouts get a quick shot off, deflected by Brownlee. That one goes up to Coplow. Coplow tries, she does move it out of the zone over to Angel. The Scouts regain control behind their own net. Fighting for it on the near side is Angel and Kleider. Scouts chip it up. Conaway unable to break that one up. Crow there to help, she does. Puck goes behind the Kits net. 12 minutes to go in the second. Kleider there to intercept that one. She brings it out of the Wild Kids zone. Tries to dump it deep. Unable to get it much further than the blue line. Here come the Lake Forest team again. Centering pass, hard shot there, just wide. A little bit of a blocker save by Brownlee. Scouts look to reset. Hard shot there, doesn't make it through traffic. That one was off of Conaway. Conaway moves it out to Spite. Now Angel trying to get it out, but here comes Koski. She loses it to one of the Lake Forest players, and now Crow dumps it all the way deep, but that'll be icing. $11:25 to go in the second. Claire and Peterson back on defense, with Koski, Weber, and Spite on offense. Lake Forest kicks that one out of the circle. Her teammate back on the blue line. Hard shot there. Doesn't make it through traffic. Koski with the puck. Weber tries to pass it up. Unable to get full clean control with her stick, but now here comes Koski. Koski moving in. Soft shot there. Easily deflected by the Scouts goalie. Spite with a hard shot. Doesn't make it through traffic. As the Scouts players move it back around the near side. Stretch pass to the far side. This is danger. Broken up nicely by Peterson. Centering pass there. Hard shot. Saved by Brownlee. 10:46 to go in the second. Young, Koniger, and Brown out on the ice on offense. Claire and Peterson out on defense. Young chips it up over the board. She's got a lane if she can get there. She's coming in hard, looking for help. But the Scouts player wrangles that puck away from her at just behind the net. Claire goes in deep to stop that one, but is unable to get fully in front of it. Brown breaks that one up. Now here comes Young. She gets control of it. As she moves up the ice, she's got two scouts to beat. Guys moved, but broken up. Moved away by one of the scouts. Player centering pass there to Brown, but her stick was just tied up by one of the Lake Forest players. Now here come the Lake Forest team. Moves it across the line. She's got Peterson there. Centering pass there, Bo. She takes the shot. Brownlee with the deflection. O'Hara back out now on the ice. She moves it up to Young. Back over to O'Hara. The Scouts player steals it and moves it back behind. Brown battling for it on the far side. And Peterson gets it away and dumps it deep into the Lake Forest zone. 9:35 to play in the second. Line changes for both teams. We have Molly O'Hara and Annabelle Conaway back on defense. Angel, Fighter, and Koplo on offense. Hard shot there. Doesn't make it through traffic. That one just bounced off of one of her own players. As Lake Forest looks to reset. Bring it in fast. O'Hara there kept that shot from getting off. And there's a hard shot. Just goes over the top of the net. Centering pass. Nobody home. Lake Forest recovers. That pass broken up. Angel trying to get control and move it out. Fighting for it on the near boards here. Now Kleider has it. She tries to move it out. Koplo unable to get it out of the zone either. Lake Forest has it again. Centering pass there, broken up nicely by Molly O'Hara. Now here comes Angel. She looks to pass it out. O'Hara has it. Somebody accidentally hit the buzzer and caused some confusion out on the ice. .8:40 to play in the second period here at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse at Lake Forest College. Fighter wins the draw there, brings it in, hard shot, just goes way wide of the net. She has it on the far boards again though, but Lake Forest takes it away. Lake Forest moving it up across the red line, across the blue line. O'Hara and Conaway back on defense. Centering pass there. Another pass, hard shot, doesn't make it through traffic. They bring it behind the Wildcats net, look to reset their offense, put it back in deep, centering pass. That shot's just off of Brownlee's face mask. 8 minutes left to play here. Molly O'Hara with the puck, chips it back up to Angel. Angel with the puck, centering pass. That one doesn't find a home. O'Hara has it, skates it out herself. Gets it out of zone, but it is broken up in the skates of one of the Scouts players. Here come the Scouts again. Moves around just over the right side of Leela Brownlee for another goal for Lake Forest. That was a pretty nice looking backhand shot. We have Koski, Weber, and Spite on offense. Claire and Crow back on defense. Crow comes up with the puck, sends it deep. No icing. 7:27 to play. Scouts players move. Claire moves up to steal the puck. She does. Just loses control of it. She gains the puck back. She's got Claire on this, or Crow on this side. She skates it around, looking to get the shot off. She does. Hard shot. Stopped by the goalie. That one's down there. But the goalie smothers it. 7 minutes, 6 seconds to play. Koski at center, Spite and Weber on the wings. Lake Forest comes up with it. Spite moves it back, but taken away by the Lake Forest player. Lake Forest moves it out quick. We have Crow and Claire back on defense. They move it around. Nice breakaway. Crow did a great job of breaking that play up. Sends it all the way back down, but that'll be icing. So 6:43 remaining in our second period tonight. Line change here for the Wildcats. We have Young, Koniger, and Brown back out on offense. Defensive players, Crow and Claire, still out there. Battle for it there. Koniger steps in to move it back. Now Young has it. She skates it around her own net. Brings it up the middle of the ice. She's got Koniger on her left wing. Moves it across the blue line. Hard shot. Saved by the Lake Forest goalie. Now we get another defensive change here. We have Molly O'Hara and Ella Peterson back out. Scouts move it around the near side. As they look to bring it up, they send it deep for icing. Go back to the Lake Forest end for a face-off. 6:15 to go in our second period. Young wins it, gets it out to Koniger. Koniger tries to get a shot off, but it doesn't make it through traffic. She centers it. That one's broken up. And the Scouts reset. Sorry, not reset. They get the puck and move it up to the Wildcats net. Nifty move there, but taken away by Young. As Young looks to move it up. She's skating. She's got Koniger with her. Hard shot there. Just goes over the top of the net. Brown on the far side. Dumps it back in. Unfortunately, went straight to one of the Scouts players. 5:41 to go. As the Scouts set it up, that shot doesn't make it through traffic. Young moves the puck up, unable to get it out of the zone. Now here come the Scouts. Hard shot there, broken up and goes over the top of the net. And the Scouts, centering pass, hard shot there, saved by Brownlee. Luckily, Peterson was there to break that out, that second attempt up. Now Peterson battling for it on the near side. Here comes the Scouts, looking for the centering pass, but doesn't see the hole. They move it back behind the net. Kits unable to get any pressure on that puck right now. There's the pass. Hard shot, just goes wide. Rebound shot. Easily goes in. Kits now down 4-0 with 4:49 to play in the second period. We have Claire and Conaway back on defense. Koplo, Angel, and Fighter out on offense. Or sorry, Angel comes up with the puck, gets it into the Scouts zone. The Scouts skated around, broken up a little bit by Angel, and Claire moves in to try to jam it home, but unable to. Scouts move it out of the zone, all the way back. Conway has it. She chips it up, unable to clear the zone. Now the Scouts reset their offense. Centering pass. That pass is broken up by Claire. Shot there, right into the midsection of Bryn Claire. He now has it and does clear the zone, but it goes straight to one of the Scouts players. And they dump it all the way in. Conaway back there. Moves it over to Bryn. Bryn centers it up to Pleiter. Pleiter skates. She's got Angel on her left wing. Gets it behind one player. Backhand shot straight into the midsection of the goalie. And Jade Angel with the rebound shot there, also swallowed up by the Lake Forest goalie. Grace Crow coming back out on defense with Ella Peterson. And on offense, we have Koski, Weber, and Spite. 3:53 to play. Koski, Weber grabs the puck from the faceoff. but just pushed off of it by one of the Scouts players as they bring it back up. Skating hard, Claire back. Sorry, Crow. Now Weber has the puck. Looks to clear, but broken up by one of the Scouts. Now Koski gets it out of the zone. Here come the Scouts again over the blue line. They skate it down deep into the Wildcats zone. They continue to just skate around these Wildcats tonight. They have errant pass there, goes out of the zone. They'll have to reset. Weber almost able to get that one. She does. She has it on the near side. Taken away, and the Scouts bring it back into the Wildcats zone. Hard shot there, deflected by Brownlee and out of play. 2:58 to go in the second period. Score 4-0 here in Lake Forest. Wildcats desperately need some offense tonight. Young back out. We have a full offensive line change. Young, Brown, and Koniger back out. Young with it over on the near far corner. She chips it up to Brown. Brown tries to clear the zone, but it stays in. Now back to Peterson. Peterson sends it all the way down, and that'll be icing. Oh, they called it off. Must have hit one of the Lake Forest players' sticks. They get it all the way back up. They bring it into the kids' zone. Hard shot there. Deflected by Brownlee. Another shot saved by Brownlee. Glove save, that is. 2:25 to go. Two really good saves there by our sophomore goaltender, Leela Brownlee. Defensive line change here. We have O'Hara and Claire back out. Young wins the face-off. Claire back there to take it. Koniger trying to get her stick and break it up. Now, Bryn Claire skates it behind the net. Tries to get it out of the zone, unable to. Now she gets it out of the zone, and it goes all the way down. No icing. 2 minutes to go. Here come the Scouts. They move it in deep. We still have our defenseman coming back. Here she comes. Chips up there by Brown. Brown dumps it in with her skate. The Scouts recover and bring it back. As they look to reset, they bring it in quickly on sides. Hard shot there, into the back of the net to make it a 5-0 lead for the Lake Forest Scouts. That was just a good hard shot that went to the left side of Leela Brownlee. .137 to go in the second period. Fighter, Angel, and Koplo out on offense. Crow and Conaway back on defense. Centering pass there, but the Scouts player was unable to get her stick on it. Centering pass there, taken by Conway, centers it up to Fighter. Fighter moves around the far side. She's got Angel with her on the near side. She's looking for something to do with it. Gives it over to Crow, but that one's taken away by one of the Scouts. Crow grabs control of it and sends it back deep into the Scouts' territory. Scouts reset and move it back up. They moved into the Wildcat zone, broken up by Crow. And then a stick save there by Brownlee. 45 seconds left. Pass up to the blue line, makes it over. And now the Scouts have to reset, and that'll be offsides as one of the Scouts players touched that puck with their stick as she was trying to exit the zone. It looks like they're calling intentional offsides. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Wildcats down 5-0. Line change here. We have Young, Koski, and Pleiter out on offense. Pass there to Pleiter from Young. Hard shot. Rushed off the face mask of the goalie. Comes back out to the blue line. Peterson sends it deep. Doesn't make it through traffic. The Scouts come up with it. Koski and Peterson chasing down with Claire back to help. Hard shot there. Just goes wide of the net. Young tries to send it out of the zone. Just makes it to the blue line. Stopped by Scouts. Young brings it up the near side. She's got Kleider and Koski with her. Centering pass there. Nobody home. 1 second. Strong finish to the period there for the Kits. So as we head into this third period, 13 minutes left. Wildcats are down by 5. So fortunately that means a running clock. So all right, we have Koski, Spite, and Weber out on offense with O'Hara and Crow back on defense. Scouts win the draw, bring it in to the Wildcats zone. Pass there, misses the mark, but Scouts keep it in behind the Wildcats net. They chip it back up to the blue line. And they move it back. O'Hara there. She tries to kick it out. Unable to get it past the Scouts player. She battles for it here. Scouts players come up with it. Almost broken up by Claire. That shot there goes off the side post. Now another hard shot saved by Brownlee. So we get an offensive line change here. Young, Koplo, and Brown come back out. Young gets a pass over to Koniger. Koniger loses it, and it comes back up to the Scouts player. Scouts move it back, send it deep. There's O'Hara. She tries to chip it out, unable to do so. Scouts recover, centering pass there. Unable to find a home. Shot through traffic there. Blocker saved by Brownlee. Comes O'Hara. She tries to center it up to Brown. Misses the mark, but the Scouts move it back up into the Wildcats zone. Cross center broken up there by O'Hara. Now O'Hara with the puck. She tries to chip it up out. Doesn't make it through traffic. Hard shot there. Just goes over the top of the net. Claire with the puck. Puck dangles in the center of the ice, and Brown does move it out. Scouts recover. Send it back up. Drop off at the blue line. Hard shot there. Goes behind the net. Now Brown with the puck. Tries to get it out, but unable to. Centering pass there, stolen by Young. And here comes Young. She moves it up around, over on the far side. Hard shot from a long way away. Easily gloved by the Scouts goalie. 10:40 to go in the third period. Running clock. We have Conaway and Crow back on defense, with Kleider, Koplo, and Angel out on offense. Kleider battling for it, almost makes it to the net. The Scouts send it around the boards. Crow tries to break that one up, but the Scouts player come up with it. They have a 2-on-1. Hard shot there, easy glove save by Brownlee. Kleider wins the draw. Conaway goes back to get it. If they get a shot, it goes just over to the post. Saved by Brownlee. Another save by Brownlee. That one's smothered by Brownlee finally, and we'll have another face-off. Kleider taking the draw. Gets up. Oh, Crow loses an edge there. And here come the Scouts. Oh, diving stop by Conaway. And Crow sends it around. They got icing, so we're going to come all the way back with 9 minutes to go in the third. Line changes for both teams. We have Spite, Weber, and Koski back out on offense. And Crow and Conaway still back out on defense. Scouts win the face-off. Almost taken away there by Weber. Weber does get it out of the zone. She gets it up to Spite. Just out of Spite's reach. And the Scouts send it all the way back down. No icing. Conaway with the puck. Tries to move it up the boards. Comes to the blue line. Stick save there by Brownlee. Out of play. 8:22 to go. Defensive line change here. We have Peterson and Bryn Clare back out on defense. Weber, Spite, and Koski on offense. Faceoff comes out to the Lake Forest team. They have it now behind the Wildcats net. They look for the centering pass. Still stuck on the net behind Brownlee, but now Claire comes up with it. She chips it up. Doesn't make it out of the zone, and the Scouts move it back deep. Weber does get it out of the zone. The Scouts retain control, and so they'll reset. That pass there almost broken up by Spite. Young back out on offense. Errant pass there. Here comes Weber. Weber with the puck. She has it across the red line. Dumps it in deep. Spite with the puck. Centering pass to Young. Shot just couldn't make it through. Peterson keeps it in. Sends it deep. Scouts recover with it. Young battling for it here on the near corner. Comes out. Young tries to chip it to perfectly spaced or perfectly positioned Weber, but did not make it through traffic. Weber and Young chasing on the far boards. Young breaks it up, but the Scouts player gets it out of the zone back to Claire. Claire sends that one deep to Young, but misses the mark. No icing. Scouts players look to reset up off the boards. Claire chases it down on the far side, looking for some help. She's tries to get it out, but goes to one of the Scouts. And now Peterson chases it. That one softly goes towards the net, but Claire sticks her stick in there. Battling here is Young and Peterson. On the far side, we have Koniger. Claire with her stick in there again. That one's broken up by Young. Now Claire with the puck. She sends it all the way down for icing. .540 to go, clock running. We have Conaway and O'Hara back on defense with Koplo, Angel, and Pleiter on offense. Pleiter wins the draw over to O'Hara. It goes out to the blue line to the Lake Forest squad. Hard shot there from the blue line. First stop by Brownlee. Puck still loose. That one up to Angel. Angel does get it out of the zone. Pleiter chasing it down. It's a foot race now. Skate race, maybe better. And here come the Scouts, fast and furious again. Centering pass, hard shot, saved by Brownlee. Puck is loose in front of the net, broken up by Conaway, who gets it out of there. Now Pleiter has the puck. She moves it up, gets it out with her skate, and sends it in deep. 4:50 to go. That puck was just sitting in front of the net, loose in front of Brownlee. Wise, great play by Conaway to get that out of there. Puck goes deep. Angel has it. Pleiter in front of the net. She tries to get it through, but the Scouts take it away. They bring it in across the blue line. Centering pass. Another pass to the wing. Unable to control it. Now Koplo has it. She looks to center it. She does. Gets it over to O'Hara. O'Hara gets it out of the zone. As the Lake Forest player skates around the Evanston players, and a hard shot saved by Brownlee. Easy glove save. 4 minutes left to play in the third period. Line changes for both teams. We have Crow and Peterson back out on defense. Koski, I believe Weber and Spite are on her line, so one. Missing one. Here she comes. Gabby Weber skating out. Face off. Back to the Scouts. Hard shot. Doesn't make it through traffic. Koski tries to move it out of the zone. Koski and Weber chasing down and break it up. Now Koski does get it out of the zone. Goes all the way down. That'll be icing. 3:27 to play here in the third period. So again, we have Crow and Peterson back on defense. Koski, Weber, and Spite on offense. Battle for it. Weber comes up with it. She moves. Lake Forest stick was tripping her up there. And they keep it in. Peterson chasing it down behind the net. Centering pass. Doesn't find a home. McKenna Spite chases it here, or comes towards the near boards. Now Koski has it behind the Wildcats net. Lake Forest somehow comes up with it. Everyone chasing the Lake Forest player. She comes in for a shot. Stopped by Brownlee. Puck still loose. Peterson comes up with it. She sends it over to Weber just wide. 2.5 minutes left to play here in the third. Pass up. Here comes Young. Young almost gets a full stick on it, but just over the top of it. Back to Peterson. Peterson gets it out of the zone. Helped by Spite. Scouts recover and come back into the Wildcat zone. Broken up there nicely by a poke check by Peterson. But she battles with Young on the near corner. Lake Forest moves it up. That shot broken up by Young. Another hard shot just on the side of the net. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Puck's loose in front of the net. Still loose. As Peterson and Young work for it on the back of the net, back behind the net. Crow tries to get it out. At least gets it out from in front of the net. Shot there, broken up by Crow. Crow gets it out of the zone. Now here comes Weber with it. She has it. She does get it, gets it to Young. Now Young with Spite. Pass there just behind Spite. Unable to. 1:20 left to play in the third period. Shot there, broken up by Claire. Goes behind and wide of the net. And O'Hara's out there as well on defense. That centering pass broken up by Young. Now Pleiter with it all alone. Hard shot there, saved by the Lake Forest goalie. 1 minute left to play in the third period here in Lake Forest tonight. Ryder on center. Young and Koniger out there. O'Hare and Claire back on defense. Koniger tries to get the puck back to the defenseman. Unable to do so. Here come the scouts. Centering pass. That shot's broken up by Claire. Second one's broken up by Claire. Centering pass there just across the crease. Nobody there. 29 seconds left. Centering pass there, unable to find its mark. Coming in a little hot. Lake Forest gets another shot on. Another save by Brownlee. Now here comes Koniger. Young beats her to the puck, and now Young comes with it. She looks in. Move, saved by the goalie, and the rebound shot by Kleider, unable to find a home. 5 seconds left as the puck comes up, and that's a wrap. Oh, 2 great chances there by the Wildcats in the last minute and a half of this game. A lot of strong chances towards the end of the game. Another tough loss for these Lady Wildcats tonight. I know they were missing a few players, but it's good to see them skate so hard even through the end of the game. So our next game is back at Robert Crown on Sunday at 6:05, where we take on Lincoln Way. Lincoln Way is 0-1 so far this season, so we'll see how we fare against them. Anyway, have a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday.